Hello Internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow, and this is something that I really didn't want to make a video about, but since this is the time for me, well, since this is reaching like UN status, I kind of got to talk about it. But yeah, Anita Sarkeesian and Quinn, two internet pariahs by this point in time, have pretty much went to the UN stating that harassment upon the internet has gotten too bad, and like digital violence toward women is getting out of hand. And of course, just like how the humble Americans, or at least like how the dictators of our government are, as that they are probably going to try and use this to try and tame the internet to their fancy, as a few countries have already tried, and they're still fucking failing to this day. I mean, like, I think that this is like their third attempt now to try and control the internet. Well, I don't remember the older versions, or at least like when it first came out, but I do remember like that they were trying to do the whole SOPA bill thing, and then there was YouTube's like brand new like copyright claim business and so on and so forth. But really, this is like another thing that is going on with everybody trying to like control the internet, of saying like, okay, well now we have to do this because like all these men and all these like people over here are pretty much harassing one another, and we have to do something to pretty much stop all of these people from actually hurting one another and hurting each other's feelings, because this is the kind of world we live in now, in which they're like even on the internet you can't say negative shit anymore. I mean, honestly, you even have people up on YouTube who are pretty much acting like Anita Sarkeesian and Quinn. I mean, honestly, just look at this is not a slay against Black Bomb, but honestly, look at the people who that man he talks about. They act just like those women. And yes, I am all for that guy, because really some of the people, man, who pop up upon his channel are really fucking crazy as hell. But really, it's like the only real problem that I won't say the only real problem. One of the many problems in which that is going on with these two women is the fact that they keep trying to put this across as if it's like a female problem. The problem is the fact that it's not a woman's issue. It's a man's issue. Or it's not even a man's issue. It's a human issue. And honestly, if they were as frail and weak and as hurt by most of these comments as pretty much like as they said, is the fact that they probably would like lock themselves up in the house, man, like destroy all of their social media like outlets, destroy their cell phones, destroy their go ahead and get landline phones and fucking like destroy their internets and whatnot, and then fucking like stick the fucking DVDs and VCRs and shit. Like go back to like that age, man, when the internet wasn't even real. But they're not as fragile as what they make it out to be. They are, honestly, if you research these two women, you will honestly know the reason why they are fighting so hard for this goddamn bill to pretty much like come to light. And really, I don't know why they are, because it's like, yes, you make mistakes. People call you out for it. And yes, they have a lot of right-ass reasons to fucking do so. If you actually like go through and you know their history, and you do know like what they both stand for, and like how they came man to be known like in the gaming industry, or not even in the gaming industry, just like in the industry in general. It's like, that's not really right. Do you know what actually just crossed my mind? Is that if this does actually become a thing, like, you do realize that like if the government really wanted to, they could shut down every video that somebody may have flagged or something like that. Like, they can actually, take you to jail for like your fucking YouTube accounts. I mean, like, I don't know if anybody actually remembers this, but like it was a big news story like a few years ago. I actually believe it was like a few years ago, when I think it was a 19-year-old who was playing a 19-year-old or a fit or not. Yes, he was 19 years old, and he was playing, I believe it was League of Legends. He fucking left a comment up on, he was getting frustrated with the game. He sent somebody a specific comment, and yes, he was prosecuted for this, and he was sent to jail. Now, imagine, okay, if this does become like an actual thing, and people out there is like, whenever like something happens in the news or something like that, and you say something in which they're like you want to say, and then somebody gets fucking offended, and then they want to like flag your comment or something like that, or better yet, people, man, can like flag your shit now, man, for just about anything, just because they don't like your fucking face. Honestly, you make it put out a video about fucking cats and like get and fucking offend somebody. I had a cat one day. It looked just like that one, and it died. Well, guess what? You got to go to jail now, or not even if jail isn't even all that fucking extreme. It's like okay, you are banned from this site, or not even banned from the site. It's like you can't go on the internet for like so long. It's like the government's putting you up on punishment now because pretty much like you fucking offended somebody, which is really fucking crazy to me because yes, I understand that these two women, that they have something in which that they want to say, and that yes, they have their right to do that, but honestly, you cannot censor people who fucking have a different opinion than you, and they don't like what you're doing, or that they don't or that they don't respect the work, or that they don't respect the road in which that you took to get the recognition in which that you have. I understand that. You should understand that. If they don't like my videos and that they say that my videos only fucking grew because of like the content that I put out, or that like I'm just like reviewing things or talking about news articles, I'm like, well, you are well in your rights to do that. I am not about to censor people. I do not take comments like I do not block comments upon my channel. I do not do any of that, because really, if I do that, I am censoring people, and censorship is one of those things in which I do not fucking promote. But honestly, let me be real, because I don't want to push this video past like 10 minutes. But if I can sum this up in so many words, right? The government is using these two women who have been offended, just like how most women who make mistakes are, and that they want to sweep their problems underneath the rug, because I'm not going to like talk about like the shit in which that they did. You can fucking research that shit upon your own. Anita Sarkeesian, feminist frequency. Zoe Quinn, Gamergate. If you don't know what those two things are, and you are a gamer, go ahead and look it up. You are fucking free man to do so. But honestly, it's like, the thing is that is that I don't fucking get this, where like they are in a very advantageous position, meaning that they are two people who caused so many fucking problems over the internet for like a long ass while, and that they're standing in front of the UN asking them to fucking fix their problems for them, because they don't want people to like talk about their fucked up problems anymore, or at least like the fucked up things in which that they've done on the internet to piss people off, and they want the government to clean it up. But like, realistically speaking, it's like you are only getting one side of this argument, because they're like light-skinned to Caucasian females, right? And pretty much like that, the government can look at them and say, okay, they have been harassed. No woman should feel like this because they're representing all women. Okay. But then it goes from that to like, okay, I'm a guy. I have something to say. I want to make this video like responding to them, to fucking debate them, to be like a counterpoint. Well, guess what? They have no counterpoint. Nobody... It's like they take no man serious in this fucking argument. It's like either men side with them, or they have no word, or fucking they will not listen to them. And the same thing goes for women. If women try to stand out and make videos and talk about this fucking type of problem, nobody's going to fucking listen, because they're like, okay. It's like no woman thinks like that, or at least this is how they think. This is how Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn and people out there who are on their side think, and so does the fucking UN. I mean, like, to be real with you, this is like the fucking, I mean, like, at its core, this is what the fucking American way has actually sort of boiled down to, which is why the stereotype of, like, Texans exist, of saying that, like, listen, it is you are with us or you are against us. So like in their minds, in any woman who says that they're not that man, these two are just overreacting, and that they're not objectified, harassed, and that man, they are taking this a little bit too far. They will say that a man forced them to think that way. A man is the person behind them pulling their strings and forcing them to do this, which is pretty fucked up. But honestly, that is what I got to say about that. I don't want to make this video longer than what it is. But yeah, please tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. Please share this video. Please share your points upon this, because I get the feeling that these two are really trying to censor the internet, and that is something that I am not for. Please make videos about this. Please talk about this. Please tweet about this and share this all over the internet. I'll catch you guys on the next Jongravesshow. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.